Hey everybody, it's an energy check-in just to see how you guys are doing this week. I've had an incredibly busy couple of weeks and have not really been able to go live like I wanted, but I've been trying to do at least one of these a week. You know, just seeing how everybody's doing with, the energy check-in there. So, but, just for kicks, if you get triggered this week, remember to, trace back where the trigger is coming from emotionally. It could be something in your past. You need to go back to the very earliest memory of that specific emotional trigger and release it that from that perspective versus releasing it from the current scenario that only goes so deep into your psyche, right? You want to, hot tip it a week, and I've said this before, but it's resurfacing, right? Because of the eclipse energy, we're still in that. We'll be through the 22nd, and then after that, I really haven't looked into it too deep, but at least through that time frame, you may be getting triggered. That may intensify, as the days increase towards the other eclipse coming up, But, trace it back. When is the first time you remember? Maybe it's in your childhood. Go back to that memory, play it like a 3D movie in your head, right? And then, release that back to Source, God, whatever your process is, your higher power. Release it back so that it can return to you as high vibrational energy, whatever that looks like, joy, peace, love, and set an intent. This is the intention with what I'm trying to do here. Make sure you make it real plain. This is the intent. This needs to be released, and you're going to bring it up and feel it. This isn't like a process that you just check a box. This is hard. This is hard meditation. Like, you actually sit with that energy in your chest. You feel it in your body. Does it feel heavy? Does it make you itch? This is not fun energy to deal with, but it needs to be dealt with, because if you keep suppressing it, you're going to keep going through that cycle because you haven't dealt with it, right? You need to get it up and get it out. Like, let it surface, right? Sit with the emotions, sit with the hard thing. Does it make you sad? Sit with that for a minute. Feel it, but then release it. Like, don't hold on to it. Release it. Right, that's the key. You're gonna feel it, you're gonna acknowledge it. I acknowledge I had these feelings. I acknowledge how I felt when I was XYZ years old. And then do your release process, whatever that looks like for you, right? It's gonna help. It's gonna help bring in those goals and things faster that you're trying to achieve, right? You have to get rid of the it's like putting if you're doing affirmations and stuff, but you haven't done that inner work to release that, it's like putting a candy coated topping on a pile of crap. You're just jazzing that up, But hope that helps this week. And then, just for fun and giggles, right? This message may be a little longer than, just a minute, just FYI. But yeah, I get really tired of like the same troll sending me 5 different messages from 5 different accounts, so as I get them, I'm gonna start just calling it out here. I'm tired of these people messaging me, so it's like, have fun with your moment of fame here. The first message here we've got, bring him or her. Hello, I was just scrolling through the app and got a psychic divination about you. Are you still in love with someone who you think doesn't love you back? Am I correct? No, you're not correct. I'm sorry, love. Like, that's a hell to the no. It will be a hell to the no every single time I am asked that question, for all the psychic trolls out there that are just trying to drum up business instead of like attracting it like the law of attraction says to do. Have fun. I'm getting ready to just put it on blast with these messages because they're just jokes, and I think it would be super funny to go through all of these with y'all. Some of them are actually kind of funny, but just FYI, that is way too vague for a real psychic divination. That's too vague. Give me some details. What they look like? What's their name? What's their profession? Are you able to give me details? No, you're not, because you're fake. Just some hot tips. Stay tuned for more of that, because I get them like 5 of them a day at least, minimum, maybe more, depending on how many of these videos I crank out, right? So I'm just going to start putting them on blast because they're jokes. You know, I'm going to go through each and every one and give my honest opinion on how, you know, swinging a miss or hitting a target, right? Why not? You know, here we go, right? I hope y'all have a good week. There's some hot tips and a little fun, you know, fun thing I'm getting ready to start. Something fun to do, right, with some of this stuff. And I hope you have a good week. Thank you.